And we continue live on Griffin's Game Day, our pregame show from Fairmont State University as Seton Hill gets set to open the 2013 season. You heard from Coach Isaac Collins, and now it's time to talk with Seton Hill junior linebacker Tyler Zimmer. And first of all, Tyler, I know it was a tough season for you guys last year, but individual-wise, you were terrific. Congratulations, the first Daktronics All-American in Seton Hill football history. Again, I know it was a tough season for you guys team-wise, but just talk about your individual season and really what went well for you last year.
Thank you very much for that. Last year my teammates really set me up for success, and it's just a blessing from God, for my success last year. But obviously with that success and all the accolades, you'd like to see some wins. But you know what, it truly is a blessing, and I'll have that forever, and that will be something I'll cherish for the rest of my life. So it's awesome.
Yeah, it had to feel good, too, with all the hard work, putting all the hard work in the weight room in the off-season and everything, which I'm sure you did this past off-season as well, to have that pay off for you.
It really did. Having your hard work pay off is always a great thing to watch, and it feels so good after the season, after everything's over, and you can sit back and, the blessings continue to pour in, and that's always a great feeling to have. So. And
you talked about the blessing. Of course, the blessing to stay healthy was very big for you last year. But talk about, other than being able to stay healthy, just kind of what went so well for you last year to be able to have such a monster year.
My old linebacker coach, defensive coordinator, Keenan Tatum, he really set me up for success. Coach Tatum was awesome with the schemes, and he put me in positions to make plays, and, he always told us just to capitalize on those plays, and I did that, the best I could. And obviously I give, all the credit to my teammates. Without them, I could have never had any of this, and having them on, still on my side and having a couple guys return this year, it's another blessing. So.
I know you're turning over now a new page. Very excited to do that here in Seton Hill football. But how tough was it last year to be able to go through what you guys went through, an 0-11 season? And when you consider that too, you had a lot of games last year where you could have won. You kind of let slip away at the end. How difficult was that?
Just thinking about, I don't like to think about last season because we're moving forward, but you know what? Last year was tough. There were so many games where we could have won, and we were in. And you're thinking about the win at halftime. We're up at halftime, and then we come out, and then you're back in the locker room after the game, and you have a loss. And it's heartbreaking because, we all worked so hard last year, but it's over. The past is past, and we're moving forward, and we're ready to take on this season. So
yeah, let's talk about something you want to talk about, and that's this season and tonight against Fairmont State. We'll talk about the Falcons in just a couple of moments, but I'm sure the biggest question you've got from the outside, people from the outside, is how is it different now? How is this year different than last year? This coaching staff different than last year? Talk about the feeling and just how camp was compared to last year and just how things feel a little different.
Well, camp this year was fast. Everything was fast and up-tempoed and positive. These coaches are great. I love them already. I feel like I have a relationship with all the coaches, and I'm sure, my teammates do as well. But Coach Collins always pushes for positivity, no matter what the outcome is. If you look back at last year, you would see some plays, or they'd score a touchdown and we get down and we'd feel like we lost the game. Well, this year, and in camp and in spring ball and moving forward, Coach Collins says always keep your head up, and we're building excellence here, and that's our goal. So I'm excited.
Talk about the defense this year. I'm really excited to see what you guys have in store on the defensive side of the football. You guys have some veterans returning up front. Of course, you return the linebacker spot. Tim Johnson flips over from tight end to linebacker. And you guys have a young secondary. Just kind of talk about how the defense is stacking up this year under a new coach and Coach Williams.
You know what? The defense is looking really good. Like you said, up front and in the linebackers, we have, a little bit, we're veterans. But the secondary, we have some young guys. We also have Josh Valatovich back, Philip Moreland, and Jordan Harper. And then we have a new safety, Bryant Harper, which I'm really excited to watch him play. But you know what? I think the coaches this year are setting us up for success. Our linebackers, I think, are going to be good with Tim, like you said, and Chase Parker's looking really good as well. I'm excited to watch him play, and of course, love my D lineman. I'm excited. I'm really excited. So
I can tell, man, you're getting me pumped up here. Does it put any more pressure on the linebackers and the guys up front with having a young secondary? I know, again, you return like Josh Valatovich and Phil. I know played a lot last year, but does it put any more pressure on you guys to get pressure on the quarterback?
Yeah, in ways it does, but in ways it doesn't. The goal is, if we're blitzing or whatever the play is, we want to get pressure on the quarterback. You want to cause, like what I like to say is controlled chaos on the field. And, that's our goal this year. And I trust all the, the safeties. I forgot to mention Christian Carter, too. He's coming back, which is exciting. And, You know what? There's no pressure. We're just going to go out. We're going to play. We're going to do our best. Even though we are still kind of young, Coach Collins and Coach Williams is setting us up for success, and I'm really excited.
I want to ask you what you believe this team is capable of. I mean, obviously, when you have a new coach and you're trying to build back up this football program with you and a couple of others kind of leading the way, what do you guys as leaders, as captains, believe that this team's capable of this season?
I think we're capable of definitely winning. This year, I'm really excited for that. All the guys are talking about how bad we just want, one win. We're looking at Fairmont State. We're excited for the whole schedule. The PSAC's great competition, but we're capable of winning this year. I really, truly believe that. Coach Collins instilled that in us. And also, I would love to see is just an attitude change. In games, if something happens, because it's football, things happen. A lot of great players out there, just to stay positive and keep fighting. And I think that's what we're going to see this year. So,
you open up PSAC play next week,
yeah.
And I know that there is a lot of people excited around Seton Hill University to move into the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Are the players as excited for that, or are you guys just playing football? Or you personally, are you excited to be playing other teams like Cal and IUP as opposed to the Concords and the Charlestons?
Yeah. The PSAC is one of the best D2 conferences, I think, in America, to be honest with you. And personally, I'm excited for the challenge. A lot of great teams like IUP, Cal, all of them are great, Slippery Rock, Mercyhurst. But players, we're all excited. The coaches are excited. And, I'd like to see, a change in the football program so we can get some fans around us excited. I'd like to see some more people at the games. I think that'd be awesome. So I'm excited.
Absolutely. And with the local rivalries and with you guys winning some games this year, fans will definitely show up. Let's talk about Fairmont State, your opponent here tonight. What are you guys looking for defensively, and what do they like to do offensively that you've seen on film, and what do you have to do to come away with a win on the defensive side of the football?
They got a new offensive coordinator and new head coach, so we're not really sure what they're going to be running. And I'm not going to give away our secrets, but just shutting down the run. They have a really good running back. I remember him last year, and good offensive linemen, a couple good offensive linemen, and just staying sound and doing our assignments and playing fast. I want to see 11 gold helmets around the ball all the time, because that's what it's like. Chaos. Offenses, it shuts them down, it makes them panic. Just flying around, having fun. That's what the defense is going to do, and I'm going to help lead that for sure. So,
for all of you that got autographs from Tyler with the number 94 on them, I guess you can throw those away now because he's changing his number this year to number 4.
I am.
What's the reason behind that? You just love the number, huh?
That was my high school number, and when I first started playing football back in midgets, that's my mom's favorite number, and number 4, it's her favorite number, so I wear it for her. I love my mom. So. Well,
you rock the 94 grade. I'm sure you'll be rocking the 4 grade as well. My last question was going to be how excited you are to start the season, but I think we kind of got that answered already. But again, just talk about how excited you are and this team is to finally hit someone from the other side.
I'm really excited, and my teammates are too. You prepare together for 3 weeks, in camp, and it's a grind, constantly going against each other. There's some times where you have to lay up, you can't hit your teammates because you don't want to do that, but we're really excited for the challenge, and we're really excited for this game tonight, and it's going to be a fun one. We're all pumped up.
And Tyler, I'm sure you're had to be very honored to be selected a captain this year as well.
Oh, yeah. That truly, because my teammates voted, which is just an absolute blessing, and I appreciate that with all my heart, and I'm excited, and hopefully I can lead, be a good leader and a role model to my teammates, and on and off the field this year, and I'm really excited for that role. So.
Well, we're very excited to get things going here tonight at Fairmont State. Thanks a lot, Tyler.
Thank you.
That's Tyler Zimmer, Seton Hill junior linebacker here on Griffin's Game Day. We'll rejoin you live. You've heard from Coach Collins. You've heard from Tyler Zimmer. Now all that's left is a little bit more talk from us and kickoff. It's all coming up on the Westmoreland Sports Network.